Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have got a thrift flip video planned for today. Haven't done one of them in a little while, so I'm quite excited. Before I get started, I'm just going to nip off to the charity shop and grab a few extra bits that I need for it. So I'm now back from the charity shop. I brought some pearls while I was in there. So these were £1 each. And I brought these because in today's video, I'm going to attempt to do a thrift flip inspired by the sustainable womenswear brand Mother of Pearl. So I have been a fan of Mother of Pearl for a long time. I even interned for them when I was a student for a couple of weeks, and yeah, I really like their pieces. However, I obviously cannot afford the price tag. So in today's video, I'm going to attempt to thrift flip this coat that I've seen a few times on their Instagram. I've seen this kind of pearl sleeve in various different styles. So I went on eBay and I had a look for a oversized woolen jacket because I thought coming into winter that would probably be the best one to try and make. And I also don't have a big winter coat that's not like my waterproof one. So yeah, so I went on eBay and I literally just typed in oversized wool coats and found this one with these lovely big lapels and the tie waist. So I think that cost me £20, but there were plenty of other options on eBay. And I also had a look in charity shops as well to see if there's anything suitable, but unfortunately I didn't find anything. So yeah, let's get into the video and see how it goes. Okay, so first of all, I've got the jacket, I've got some black thread and a needle, I've got my fabric scissors, my unpicker, and then I've got the pearl jewellery that I brought at the charity shop. So don't know whether I'll need all of this, but I just got more just in case. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the lining of the jacket intact if I can. And I'm going to try and leave the bottom section of the sleeve intact and unpick from maybe like there. Here he goes. So I'm just pulling the seam wide to try and find where the stitches are so I can just slip my unpicker through them. Kind of feels such a shame to be doing this. I feel like this is such a well-made jacket. Okay, so I'm hoping that if I take some of this padding out of the sleeve, it'll give me more room to create those gathers. I'm going to leave the padding in the shoulder for now. So that's the shoulder, and then this is the sleeve. And then I'm going to take all this out. So I'm kind of hoping that this fabric is stretching as I'm unpicking it, as that will definitely work in my favour. It's not normally what you want, but in this case, I need as much fabric as I can get. Okay, so all that wadding is out. This just needs a little bit more of a tidy up where the seams, where the threads came out. So on the Mother of Pearl jacket, I think this edge is left raw. So that's what I'm going to do for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some pins and I'm going to roughly pin that back into place where I think that I might want the pearls to go. So there's my seam and the top of the sleeve. And I'm going to start off by pinning that on to the shoulder seam on the coat. Really need to stop filming dark colours as they really don't come up that well. So I'm going to pin that on there. Oh, this would be so much easier if I had a mannequin right now. So I don't actually have that much fabric to play with because I was hoping this was going to have stretched a bit more. So let's start from here actually. So I'm just going to bunch it up into a pleat, pop another pin in there, bunch that up. So if you can see, that's the center point, and then I've done a few pleats next to it. So I think I might leave it as 3 pleats on that side for now, and then I'll do another 3 pleats over the back of the sleeve. This might be where there's a bit more space. And then I'll probably finish the remainder of the sleeve off by hand. And same there as well. Okay, let's sew on some pearls. So these are all fairly the same size, so I think I'm going to use these ones for the pleats, and then I'm going to use these bigger ones to decorate the front of the coat. Actually, but I just check that my needles go through these holes. Yeah, so that's all good. Okay, so my first one is going where this pin is. These stitches are securing the sleeves back together, so I want to make sure that they are nice and secure. So I've gone into the fabric with my needle a few times, just over and over again, before going through the pearl. And then I'm just going through the pearl and the fabric a couple of times. To secure it in place. And then I'm going to go underneath the pearl, pull my needle through, thread my needle through this loop, and pull it so it creates a knot. I'll do that again another couple of times. I always do this more times than I need to do, just to make sure it's extra secure. And then snip it off. I'm just going to snip off any loose threads that make it look a bit messy. And that's the first one done. So because this fabric is quite thick, I'm making an extra effort to make sure that I'm going through both layers of fabric, because it'd be easy to miss it and just go through one. There we go, there's two on and a little kind of pleat in between them. Pleats aren't really as big on this jacket as they are on the mother of pearl one, but that's because this jacket would have been made to fit into the sleeve and there wouldn't have been that much excess fabric in it, whereas I imagine the other one would have been made so there was a lot more excess fabric around the sleeve. So now I've added all the pearls onto the top of the sleeve. I'm just going to go back and sew up these holes here where I unpick the rest of the sleeve. Luckily, this wool is quite forgiving with my stitches, so they're not that neat. Where I'm stitching it back up, you can't really tell. Obviously, if it didn't have the lining in it, I'd just go back inside and stitch up with my sewing machine. But because the lining is in the way and I can't get inside, I'm having to do it by hand. So I've resorted to doing a bit of like a hemming stitch from the underside of the sleeve to the top of the jacket. And that is going to be the neatest way to do it. That's the front reattached, and now I need to do the back as well. So now I have done the shoulders, I think I'm going to add like a mock button on the sleeves and maybe on the pockets as well. So I'm just trying it back on to see where they'd be, and then I'll put a pin in it. So I think I'm going to put a big pearl there, a big pearl there, and then one on either pocket. I was going to put one on the front to look like a mock button on the front, but I think, to be honest, the tie will just get in the way too much. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is what the sleeves are looking like. I'm going to use these bigger pearls for the sleeves and for the pockets as well. So I just need to figure out how I'm going to break these apart. I'm going to sew these on just exactly the same way that I did the ones over the sleeve. So here is the finished coat. So we have the pearls over the sleeve and on the other side as well. And then we got one in the pocket, on the back of the sleeve, and the same on the other side. The only problem with a coat like this is it literally shows up every bit of fluff or hair there is. Here is the finished coat with the pearls on the shoulders, on the sleeves, and then got some on the buttons as well. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this coat. I thought it was a fairly easy thrift flip. Obviously you didn't really need much equipment, and things like string pearls, fake pearls are generally pretty easy to find in charity shops, and especially at the moment you can find loads of coats on eBay. So yeah, let me know if you're going to give it a go. I really enjoyed making it, and it didn't take that long as well, which was quite nice. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be back next week with another video. In the meantime, you can find out more about Agnes London by following me on Instagram at Agnes London. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.